Alright guys, welcome back to the Bastard Kitchen. Today we're gonna try to do our signature lamb wrap. Xinjiang braised, grilled, kind of barbacoa, kind of a taco, using spring onion pancake as a vessel to deliver all this delicious local Chinese lamb, strong seasoning. So what we're gonna do first is, because that's gonna take some time, what I like about the Josper here is that actually it has a super good heat retention. So what we usually do is we prepare everything, all the lamb and the cooking liquid beforehand. When we go home, we just chuck everything to the oven. We come back next morning and it's ready. You can completely do it just in a regular oven or just in a pot to start with. You're still gonna have to finish on barbecue for this signature Xinjiang smoky barbecue flavors. So we're using lamb ribs, a local lamb. This one is coming from Zhejiang. This lamb tastes like lamb and that's why we love it. And we're gonna grill it already before even cooking, okay? Put it up here, you can hear the sizzle. The method I'm using here is kind of cooked twice. I'm grilling the lamb. After that, I'm putting in a master stock. Each master stock is a little bit different here because we are using it for cooking the lamb. We're kind of gonna use it only for cooking the lamb because we just want to build the flavor, right? Woo! That will get us quite some smoky flavor. We can regulate it a little bit less air draft, so a little bit smaller fire, just to like it nicely caramelize. In the meanwhile, I'm just gonna warm it all up. You want to keep maintaining your master stock. Obviously, after X amount of boils, some of the aromatics are not as aromatic as they used to be, and you want to add a little bit of soy, a little bit of spring onion, a little ginger, a little bit of different aromatics. We're gonna just first melt it all back and taste it. We're gonna go with our like classics, a few pieces of star anise, a little bit of Cassia bark, always a little bit of Sichuan pepper. Really don't need much, a little bit of bay leaf. A little bit of cumin seeds, fennel seeds in this case, but I just mentioned it. Cumin I think gonna work just fine too. Smells just right. Let me get some spring onions to it. A few slices of ginger, candy sugar, rock sugar. This is the yellow kind. I think that's the unrefined one, but I'm not refined myself much, so that's how it works. This one is pretty salty right now, so I'm gonna probably skip the soy sauce. A little bit of sugar, a little cooking wine, and all our aromatics. You can taste that some of the aromatics already has been diminished, so I think it's time to refresh. Add a little bit of extra. Bring it to a boil so it will cook much faster. And you're gonna see how the lamb is doing. Woo! You can see like it's like a chamber and like it's all this smoke going to give us like really nice flavor in our master stock. I like to have those pieces of fat and meat back to the oven. We are right now like 200 something degrees. That's perfect for that kind of searing. I think we're good here. I think that should be enough. Have a nicely grilled pieces of lamb, ribs. What's gonna happen now, I would like to put it in my master stock. Put this one in, and we're gonna use some of the aluminum wrap, double layer. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna braise it overnight. So I'm gonna adjust a little bit the level. I'm gonna put a little bit off center, so it's not directly over the coals, so it doesn't boil too much. Put it in. So because you can control the airflow in a Josper, you want the coals to kind of be slowly dying down. So you want to keep it on minimum of opening on top and a minimum over here. So that should be able to maintain the coals till morning, cooking slowly this lamb overnight, and the result will be nice and tender, juicy lamb ribs. See you tomorrow. In the meanwhile, we're gonna do our Xinjiang style barbecue seasoning salt. 70 grams of cumin, half of this of fennel, so 35. Okay, gonna get this going. Don't burn it. It gets burned very fast. We're gonna blend those right after, together with a little bit of already toasted sesame seeds, some chili flakes. Woo! We are using chilies from Chengdu. I'd say 20 grams of this will be just fine. This barbecue, it shouldn't be too spicy in my opinion. It should be just fragrant. You want to taste the lamb, you want to have the seasoning of cumin and fennel noticeable. And then there's also more seasoning going on the pancake anyway, so this is just enough. You can hear the spices are already jumping, popping. It's just to toast it lightly. I think we're good here. just a pinch of red Sichuan pepper. You're gonna blend it on high. When you add sometimes a little bit too much of the sesame seeds, it releases some of the oil and makes the spice not that dry. You want to keep it nice and dry. So that's why we have only a little bit. Ooh, yeah. You don't want to blend it into like super fine powder. I like it when it has still sometimes a little bit chunk. When you bite into this skewer, you have like a still kind of some seeds of cumin left over, crisp up on the barbecue. Yeah. So good. A little bit of the smoked paprika powder. All right, 10 grams. That sounds about right. Salt, 30 grams. Boom. Sugar, 10 grams for the balance. And important, the magic powder. It seems a lot, but it needs what it needs. And I'll mix it all up. And that's our seasoning for the lamb for during the grilling. So you can tell it's so much thing going on actually. It's a simple, really simple looking taco kind of dish, but actually there's a lot of small things going around and ideas to add a little bit of the freshness to the whole dish. A small salad, so a small tiger salad. So I'm gonna have some sliced red onion. When you cut it a little bit thicker, and just when you bite into this, just bursts with this flavor. A little bit of heat, extra heat. So the green bird's eyes. I'm gonna have some sprigs of coriander. All right. After trying this paratha, I tried and I failed, doing it better than already some companies do. So I buy. Just a little bit of oil because this stuff has already enough fat in it. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna just cook it because we want to finish it again over the charcoal. It's extra flavor, so it's a little more smoke. It's just better, 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 better. And then we're gonna crisp up and grill more for a nicer color in the oven. You have like this layered, flaky, flavorful bread that works just like a best vessel ever. It's time to grill some meats. We're back day after. Let's have a look at our lamb. We're cooking on the residual heat because you don't want to cook it on like very, very high. Unless you're really in rush. You definitely can just put it in a pot and just cook it. It's nicely, oh, you can see it's falling off the bone, but the meat still has some resistance, and exactly that's what you want. Let's get this out. Yeah, still a little bit tough. Perfect. Already infused with all this goodness. You can still see the marks of the grilling. Some fall off. Back to the master stock. That's gonna leave an extra flavor. And what you're gonna do with this master stock? Cool it down, strain it, put in a container, back in your fridge or freezer, and you can reuse it as many times. From time to time, try to boil it back again if you keep it in the fridge, so it doesn't go bad. Always good to boil from time to time, just to kill any impurities. I mean, you worked so hard to build all this flavor over the years, might as well just boil it from time to time, right? I'm gonna pick some meat. Yeah, so let's remove some bones. I like it because it's nice layers of fat and meat. Remove it once it's completely cooled down. You want to keep as much of this fat as you can. Man, it's so good. Let's move to the last steps. We have our pancakes, our braised lamb, ingredients for the salad, the chili oil, yogurt. Xinjiang has this yogurt. I guess there are obviously some noticeable Turk influences. And I think that works just fine. Let's fire up full on hot coals, not hot wok. We're gonna grill a piece of the lamb. Again, you know, it's already cooked, it's already tender. What you wanna do, give extra smokiness and extra seasoning. That's it. It's hard to control fire, but this oven gives us at least some tools that we can control to some degree. Let's crisp it up. In the meanwhile, let's get our salad ready. Liberate amount of the lemon juice. You want this to be actually quite sour by itself and quite salty. The lamb is getting so ready. We're gonna reheat our pancakes. Let's see what's going to happen. It should nicely pop up. Once I open the oven, it should be like, yeah. Nice and crunchy and soft inside. Meat seasoning. Flip it. So you want this spice to nicely caramelize as well. let's get to this pancake. This is our chili oil together with the flakes. You can see it. Mixed with a little bit of Sichuan pepper oil and a little bit of sesame oil for extra fragrance. Super aromatic. Now you want this. Woo! Yes, it's oil just to have a kick and beautiful color just underneath the lamb. And then all the flavors will come together in one perfect bite. Lamb. Chop it up just like you will have chopped meat over your taco. A little bit extra of the seasoning, yogurt, and then nice tiger salad of coriander, red onion, some chilies. You can always, if you want, a little bit extra seasoning salt. And this is it. And that's our Xinjiang inspired crispy roti with barbecue, lamb, yogurt, and tiger salad. And you eat it literally same like taco. So, bow to taco. Bow to this lamb wrap. This is so good. Why did I change it from the menu? It's actually not very that spicy, not really that salty. When everything comes together, this salad refreshes everything. Yogurt gives extra tang. All those flavors come together in one perfect taco-like being. Done.